Ask Reddit! Girls, what was the most obvious hint you dropped and the guy just didn't get it? My buddy in college was stressing over when to make the move to kiss a girl he liked. While we encouraged him not to wait for the perfect moment and just go for it, he admitted he should have tried to kiss her when they were in the shower. We were discussing costumes and I sent a picture of me in my bunny suit and said I'd need help out of it. His response was telling me he hoped my roommate was home or that would suck. I had to tell him I was implying I'd like him to take it off me, and it took him a minute to catch up. Edit. For those of you concerned, it was very much a suggestive picture. I'm not sure it could have been perceived as just friendly. I was very much ready to hit him with a bat of bluntness because we get along great and he'd seemed flirty with me before. Bless you for hitting him with a bat. More women just need to hit us with a bat because honestly, there are 3 situations. 1, the guy is whooshed by it. Or 2, the guy is afraid of taking it too far when the girl isn't ready. Or 3, the guy isn't interested either and it makes it less awkward. I once was modeling clothes I planned to take on vacation for my boyfriend. After showing off a couple of outfits, I told him to close his eyes and changed into lingerie. He opened his eyes and I asked him what he thought. His jaw dropped and he said, "You can't wear that outside." I put my clothes back on. OMG, that gave me a good laugh. I had a girl invite me around her house once just to show me her posters. They were all of Harley-Davidson motorbikes and she said she's never ridden a Harley before. Awkward silence and after a few other short bits of small talk, I decided to be on my way. 2 years later, I'm sitting on the bus and realize what she meant. Harley. Ridden a Harley. My name is Harley. Damn, I feel so bad for her. That's a perfect line too. Literally said, "I want to be yours," and the dude just kept smiling and goes on about random space facts. That one hurt a bit. What was the coolest space fact? Guy here. A girl took my hat off, started running her fingers through my hair and asked, what did I do to get it so smooth? I proceeded to tell her all about the new shampoo I had switched to a month before, until she cut me off. When I was like 15 or 16, this girl from school I had a huge crush on kept inviting me to her house when she was alone, wearing the smallest tops and asking for back massages. I never got the hint. Years later, when I started going out with my fiancé, that girl's sister tells my GF, "Hey, my sister had such a crush on him back in school." I was not a bright teenager. Geez, never missed one that obvious. A girl came to my house once and spent the night. Around the time for bed, she told me she doesn't sleep with a top on or panties. I told her that's okay, I'll sleep on the couch so she can be comfy. She called me from downstairs later that night and told me she couldn't sleep and she was cold. I figured, well, obviously, you're naked. So I gave her another blanket and went back downstairs. Damn, I hope she wasn't hot. Very attractive. I was just trying to be a good person. I'm sure if Emily from 15 years ago saw this thread, she'd say, "Invited this guy to my place after our date. Got him into my room, into my bed. He was just lying there, so I told him my back was feeling sore and asked him if he could give me a massage. His reply, 'Oh, I don't want to crush you with my weight.' He was about 170 pounds. Gave up and went to sleep. Truth is, I did get the hint. But at the time, I was a virgin and I was convinced I had an STD. Yeah, good combo. Turns out I didn't have an STD. Virgin with an STD. It's amazing what our teenage minds will come up with to make us even more awkward and weird. Not a girl, but I was staying a night at a hotel, and the hotel bar had just closed. I went out front for a smoke and start chatting with 2 women. We shoot the shit for a few minutes and then all head back into the hotel and to the elevator. We get in, they press 15, I press 9, and one of them turns to me and says, "I don't suppose there's a secret bar on the 9th floor we can go to?" My dumb ass responds, "No, but you can grab a cab and be at a bar in 10 minutes. Then the doors open and I leave. This is amazing. How long did it take you to realize?" Invited him over to watch a movie, eventually laying my legs across his lap and hard flirting. but after 4 movies, I had to finally make the move. Edit for clarification. We'd been flirting via text, sexting, exchanging nudes, etc. I had previously told him to his face that I liked him, and I'm giving him the green light to make any move. Still nothing after a month of dating. I seem to always take the lead on things, and I like assertiveness, but I wanted to give him the opportunity to feel like he could be in control, that it was okay. I was very direct many times. We'd had several discussions about it. Still nothing. Even after I finally made the move, I had to literally say, I want to have sex with you. 4 movies in one night, or like 4 evenings spread over a few weeks. Both seems astonishingly long time to get your hints. I'm not as brutally upfront as some of these people, but mine happened yesterday. How do I know a girl is flirting with me? He asked. She touches you a lot while you two are talking. I cannot relate at all. That never happens to me. I'm sure it does. I tell him and hit his arm. I can't think of any time that's ever happened. See, this is a rough one, because I had this one girl I'd talk to all the time, and she'd sit next to me in class. I had a huge crush on her, and she'd be overly touchy all the time. She'd occasionally even rest her head on my shoulder or sleep on it during class when she was tired. Just stare into my eyes for prolonged periods of time and hug me. When I told her I had a crush on her, she shut me down completely and told me she only saw me as a friend. Straight up told him I like him. I think his response was something like, but I'm kinda trash, or something self-deprecating. He's friends with my best friend, and she confirmed that his depression is so bad that it takes a lot before he actually accepts any sort of positive attention. I think to some degree it's mutual. Hard to tell, as I too am oblivious when guys drop hints. What happened after? We still talk nearly daily. No forward motion on the I like you front, but I'm gonna be there for him whether we're friends or something else. There's definitely some forky tendencies, I suppose. Some solid points out there about the lack of compliments towards men. Everyone needs to be complimented here and there, whether it's about looks or talent, or even just a nice shirt. Accepting them is hard as hell though. I asked a guy on a festival to come take a shower with me. He didn't get it. He just repeated there was only one free shower, and I was like, well, they're big, I'm sure it's fine, and he just looked confused and told me I could go first. We became close friends since that happened about 2 years ago, and this summer I spoke to him about it and he really had no idea. It did the biggest facepalm I've ever seen. We were playing Don't Drink and Drive on Mario Kart, just the 2 of us. I was trashing him, so I gave him a chance by lying sideways across his lap for the entire race. He didn't take the hint. We started dating 2 weeks after that. He was concentrating hard to not get an erection. He forgot about you for a while. It's snowing. Just stay here. You can sleep in my bed. To be honest, I would just think to myself, she is really nice offering me that. I better not screw this up by trying to sleep with her. And then proceed to say, it doesn't seem so bad, but thank you. Friend was complaining he was hot because of his long sleeve shirt. I said, oh, I'm sure you'd be just as hot without the shirt. He was so unaware, but I finally just kissed him. This one is really sweet. I went out of my way to come in early and talk to this guy every day for like a month before someone else told him I was into him. I also repeatedly told him I liked him. He thought I was just being nice. When a girl admits to liking you, a guy faces a dilemma. 1, you could be joking and pulling his leg. 2, you just sympathize for him. Or you like him as a friend and that's it. Oh, you made it to the end. Smash like and subscribe for more amazing content.